from West Beach Yoga and Nutrition. Thank you for joining me today for this 25-minute power flow class. This class will work your arms, your core, your legs, and you're going to get a little bit sweaty, so maybe have a towel nearby. Have a glass of water, very important. For this class, you're going to need a yoga mat, obviously, and optional items include yoga blocks or a set of light weights, so anywhere from 1 to 5 pounds. Not mandatory, but have them close by in case you're feeling energetic and you want to pick them up and work a little bit harder today. So with all that to say, we are going to get started. So I'd like you to start at the top of your mat in mountain pose. Let's set these aside a little more. So mountain pose is kind of just a fancy way of saying standing. I'm going to face you so you can see me a little better. But we're going to stand and we're going to find a place of balance. So sometimes I like to lean forward a little, so you sort of feel like you're going to fall forward, or lean back, like you're going to fall back, and then find that place in the middle where you feel balanced. So ground all 4 corners of each foot into your mat, close down your eyes, shoulder blades back and down, crown of the head reaching forward, tuck in that core, and take a nice deep breath. I heard once that taking a breath brings you back to yourself. And I think that's so true. I think we breathe all day, but if we want a little break from something and just to regroup, just bring your attention to your breath, even if it's just 5 breaths. Let's inhale, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. So take a nice deep inhale, filling all the way up. And then a nice long exhale, let something go. From here, inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Pausing here, letting your upper body be heavy for a breath or two. Let your head be heavy. And then slowly come up to stand, 1 vertebra at a time. Maybe this is your first time moving today, so we're just going to warm up for a few poses. Roll the shoulders. Inhale the arms up, gaze comes up. Exhale, forward fold. This time, sliding the hands up to shins or knees, coming to a halfway lift. Crown of the head reaching forward, spine is nice and long. Sending the hips back, you're going to feel that stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Exhale, fold. Grounding the hands onto the mat, you're going to step right foot back and then left, finding your high plank pose. You're going to see this pose a lot throughout this sequence. Really good for strengthening your core. Hands under the shoulders, opening up through the shoulder blades like you're pressing the mat away. Clear your throat. You're going to feel your core turn on. Keeping it tight like that throughout this whole pose, sending the heels right back. Breathing here. And from here, just dropping one knee down, then the other, finding tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, opening up, crown of the head reaching up, tailbone up. This is cow pose. Exhale, tucking the chin in the tailbone, rounding the spine. Hugging that core in towards your spine for cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Option to tuck the toes and hover the knees, finding hovering cat. So a little more of a core workout here. Drop the knees. Inhale to cow. Exhale, option for hovering cat. So let's take this one more time. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Dropping the knees here, keeping the toes tucked. We're going to send the hips up and back. So finding our downward facing dog. Maybe this is your first downward dog of the day. So just settling in, pedaling your feet a little bit. And you really want to think about your spine being diagonal to the ceiling. So you really want to send the hips back. And that might mean keeping your knees bent in your downward dog, and that's okay. Awesome. From here, shifting the weight into the left foot, inhale that right leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, stack your hips, so reaching that right foot over to the left side of the mat, feeling a nice hip opening. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose, pausing here, rounding the spine. And downward facing dog, taking a breath here. Shifting the weight to the right foot, inhale that left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Reaching that foot over to the right side, feeling a nice opening in the side body, the hip. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose, pausing here. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into your high plank, moving into a mountain climber sequence. Left knee to right elbow, switch, right knee to left elbow. And keep alternating back and forth here, moving at your own pace. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Sending the hips back, downward facing dog. Looking forward, bending the knees a lot, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat, and slowly come up to stand. Inhale the arms up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Hands come down to the mat, step right foot back then left, finding high plank. From here, we're going to start to rock forward and back. Coming forward to the tippy toes, sending the heels back. So this movement has purpose. The next time you come forward, pause here. This is your body position to prepare for chaturanga, or a fancy way of saying tricep push-up, or coming down on a push-up. So slowly bending the elbows, keeping them tucked into the side body, coming down onto the belly. Keeping the hands under the shoulders, inhale up to cobra, or floating the thighs and the glutes, pressing the mat away, straightening those arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So there's your flow. You'll see that transition a lot in between sequences. Finding that plank again, we're moving into shoulder taps. Left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder. Keep alternating here. Keeping that core turned on, lots of breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Shifting the weight into the left foot. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right foot steps up in between the hands. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. So I want to see your right knee tracking over your right ankle. Slight bend in that back knee. Tailbone is tucked. Reaching forward. And then sweep the arms all the way back so they're alongside the body. And we're just going to do little pulses here. So feeling those tricep muscles, a little bit in your back. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Opening up to warrior two. So right knee is bent here, knee over ankle. Gaze is forward, over right fingertips. Flip your palms, sweep the right arm up and back, reverse warrior. Option to bind with the left hand. Windmill the arms, hands come down to frame the foot. Step right foot back to meet the left, high plank, and option to take a flow. Coming forward onto the tippy toes, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, always an option to drop down to the knees there. Cobra or up dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Shifting the weight into the right foot. Inhale the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps up in between the hands. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Reaching forward, sweeping the arms back. This time, Pinning your elbows to the side, tricep kickbacks. Again, feeling those triceps warming up here. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. So this time, left knee is bent. Looking down, you should be able to see that big toe pressing into the outer edge of the back foot. Flip your palms, sweep the left arm up and back, reverse warrior. Staying nice and low in that warrior two. Windmill the arms, hands come down to frame the foot. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, preparing for our next energetic sequence. Shifting that weight into the left foot. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale. Right foot steps up in between the hands. Option to grab your weights here. Inhale up to crescent lunge. So arms are at 90 degrees here. Opening the arms up. Cactus the arms. Inhale, we're going to press the weights up. Lengthening arms and legs. Exhale, come down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Coming back to that crescent lunge. Arms coming forward, sweep them back. Familiar body position, airplane the arms, and we'll just pulse here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the weights on either side of your foot, placing the palms of your hands here. If you don't have weights, just place your hands down on the mat. Shifting the weight into that front foot. We're going to draw the knee in for 5, 4, left knee, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Inhale up to crescent lunge. Opening up into warrior two. Sweep the right arm up and back, reverse warrior. Windmill the arms. Hands come down to frame the foot, dropping those weights. Step back to high plank and take a flow. Lots of breath here. This is an energetic sequence. Shifting the weight into the right foot. Inhale the left leg up. Left foot steps up in between the hands. Grabbing onto those weights again if you have them, crescent lunge. Again, arms come to 90. Opening up, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach and extend legs. Exhale, come down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Coming down. This time, arms come back. You're going to pin your elbows to the side body, kicking those triceps back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the weights down to frame the foot or dropping your hands down. You can also put your hands on blocks if you have them. And draw that knee in for 5, 4. Keeping the weight in the left foot. 2, and 1. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Opening up, warrior two on the left side. Sweep the left arm up and back. Reverse your warrior, staying nice and low, bending into that knee. Windmill the arms. Dropping those weights. Stepping left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Option to take a flow. You can always skip it and go right to downward facing dog, taking your breath there. Taking deep breaths, slowing the breath here. Shifting the weight into the left foot. Inhale the right leg up. Right foot steps up in between the hands. Inhale up, crescent lunge. We're going to leave the weights here, starting to cool down a little bit here. holding the poses a little bit longer. Inhale, we're going to open up into warrior two. So right knee is bent. You're going to sink nice and deep, but looking down, you should be able to see your right big toe. Pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Right heel's aligned with the arch of the back foot. Gaze over right fingertips. From here, you're going to straighten that right leg, reaching forward with the right hand, sending that left hip back. Hinging at the hips, dropping the right hand down, extending that left arm up, taking triangle pose. So shoulders are stacked. Gaze can be up at the left hand or straight ahead if that feels better. Lots of breath here. Remembering your intention, just pay attention to your body and your breath, nothing else. Gaze turns to your right foot, and we're going to pivot. Hands come down to frame the foot, and just drop that back knee down, finding your low lunge. Uncurl the toes. Inhale the arms up. And from here, we're going to sink a little deeper, leading with the hips to avoid collapsing through that low back. Nice deep breaths here. Hands come down to frame the foot. Inhale, on the exhale, leading with the hip creases, straightening that right leg, flexing the foot, rolling the body forward, half splits. Inhale to low lunge. Exhale to half splits. So just keep moving back and forth here with your own pace, with your breath. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of that right leg and the left hip. And the next time you come to your low lunge, you're going to ground through your left hand, reach that right arm all the way up, take an easy twist. Right hand comes down. You're going to tuck the back toes under, lift your knee, lift your base, step back to that high plank, option to take a flow, or downward facing dog. Grounding through that right foot, inhale the left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps up in between the hands. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Inhale, opening up to warrior two on the left side this time. Sinking nice and deep into that left knee. Feeling strong. If I were to walk and press on your arms, they wouldn't move. So lots of energy here. Straightening that front leg, left leg. Reaching forward with the left hand, sending the right hip back this time. Dropping that left hand down, reaching the right arm up, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Lots of breath here, core is tight. Gaze looks down to your left foot this time. We're going to pivot. So back foot pivots, dropping that right knee down, uncurling the toes. Inhale the arms up, low lunge, settling in. Lots of breath here. Hands come down to frame the foot. Inhale, exhale, pulling back with the hip creases, straightening that front leg, flexing the foot, rolling the body forward, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. So just keep moving here at your own pace with your breath. On your next low lunge, settle in, grounding the right hand this time, reaching that left arm all the way up. Easy twist. Left hand comes down, tuck your back toes, lift your base, step back to high plank, and take a flow, or downward facing dog. Awesome, breathing here. And when you're ready, bringing your gaze up, bend your knees slightly, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Slowly coming up to stand. We have a few more minutes to practice our balance pose, our balance. We're going to practice tree pose today. So feet hip width apart, shifting your weight into your left foot. Slowly just bend that right knee, lifting it up, grabbing onto your right ankle. Placing your foot somewhere above or below your kneecap, pressing foot into leg, leg into foot. So creating a strong trunk or base there. And when you're ready, inhale the arms up. Lots of breath here. Again, bring it in, push everything else out. Nothing else matters right now. And release. Let's take it on the other side. Shifting the weight to the right foot and lifting that left knee. Placing that left foot somewhere where it's comfortable, where you feel strong and stable. If you fall out, it's okay. That's why they call yoga a practice. There's so many different poses, and we just practice them together. It can be a daily practice, a weekly, bi-weekly. Whatever feels good for you. And release it down. Awesome. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We're just going to come into dangling pose here. So you can take a slight bend in the knees. And just clasp your hands behind your back. And then just let your arms fall forward. So just letting them come, almost like you're going to wrap them under your head, which some people can do, not me. Just a nice opening through the shoulders. And then release the arms down. Grab onto opposite elbows. Sway side to side. And just let it all go here. And hands can come down. And just slowly sit down onto your bum. We're going to make our way onto our back. Final pose here, bringing heels close to your glutes. Arms are down along your sides. Just press your feet into the mat, lifting up your hips. You can pause here, stay here if you'd like. If you want a little more, clasp your hands under your back, tuck one shoulder then the other, and then just really lift those hips up, almost like someone has a string attached to your belly button and they're pulling it up towards the ceiling. This is bridge pose. Nice way to treat your spine. I feel like we're always kind of hunched forward when we're walking. Maybe you're sitting at a desk. This is a nice way to counter that spine position. Releasing the hands, untucking the shoulders, and just slowly let your spine come down, one vertebra at a time. And then I want you to prepare for a short shavasana. So straightening out your legs, straightening out your arms down along your sides. You can also bring the bottoms of your feet together. And again, just bring that focus back to your breath, in and out. Come back to yourself. You always have the option to stay in your shavasana for longer. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. If you liked this practice, just give it a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you'd like to see more of my classes and practice with me again, just hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you soon. Bye.